Hey everybody, here's the next part of our 3-in-1 birthday special with a game of Wheel of Fortune, or no, not Wheel of Fortune, we already did Wheel for the Wii U. We're gonna play Jeopardy for the Wii U. So let's see how we do. Still trying to get used to programming a Wii U. But I am having a lot of fun with it. I can tell you that much. Oops. Shoot. I'm also multitasking. I'm trying to get some videos uploaded while doing this birthday special, 3-in-1 birthday special for Mikey, Daniel, and myself. Now I know Daniel did request me to do the PS3 version of Jeopardy. I had to throw it out because I don't have that in my collection at this time. But I told him I would replace it with the Wii U version, which he was happy about. We're gonna do easy difficulty. This is a birthday special, so we're going on easy difficulty. Sorry if I sound tired, folks. I just woke up. But I'm ready to have fun. After this, we got 3 regular segments to go, and then we got 2 bonus segments.
This is Jeopardy!
Oh, shoot. I do love my Wii U, though, a lot. It's a really fun console.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. State capitals.
Oh, goody.
Our founding fathers.
All right.
What planet are you from?
I'm from planet Earth.
Debriefing.
D in quotation marks, we know what that means.
Grammy winners.
Uh-huh.
And all about authors.
All right.
Okay, let's get back into this.
All about authors 200.
In the early 1920s, she scandalized Atlanta society by doing a provocative dance at a debutante ball.
Who is Margaret Mitchell?
It's player 1.
All about authors 400.
You again, player 1. Mark Twain said, I came in with this in 1835. It is coming again next year, 1910, and I expect to go out with it. He did.
What is death?
Player 1?
Or no, what is... Halley's Comet. Sorry. Halley's Comet. My bad. All about author 600.
Player 1?
Daily Double.
Answer. It's the Daily Double.
We'll do 1,000.
And you have the lead. How much? And
1,000.
the Daily Double clue. He wrote his last short story, The Betrothed, shortly before his play, The Cherry Orchard.
Who was... George Kaufman?
Sorry, that knocks
No.
you down to 3rd. Here's what we were looking for. Anton Chekhov.
That's okay. All about authors 800.
Player 1. This novelist, who wrote about gorillas in Congo, passed away in 2008.
Who's Michael Crichton?
Okay, player 1. Right, and you're back in
All about
the
authors
lead.
1,000.
Player 1. His father disapproved of his poetry writing, so Chile's Naftali Ricardo Reyes Basualto adopted this pen name. Yes, player 1?
What is... Jose Silva?
No.
No.
Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Pablo Neruda.
Pablo Neruda. Okay.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Debriefing 200.
It's the alliterative salutation that traditionally begins each entry of a girl's daily journal.
What is Dear Diary?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes.
Debriefing for 400.
Please pick it to slobber. Or to bounce a basketball.
What is Dribble?
It's Player 1. Right, you're out of the hole.
Debriefing for 600.
Player 1. Humorous poetry with irregular rhythm is known by this canine name. Player 1.
What is Dog-eared?
No.
Darn.
Anyone else?
I have no idea.
We're talking about doggerel.
Oh, Doggerel. Okay. Debriefing 800.
We return to a Londoner. It's a trash can.
What is a dumpster?
Okay, Player 1. Nope.
Darn!
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
I am not doing good. I'll come back, though.
Here's the correct response. A dustbin.
Alright, debriefing 1000.
Player 1. An alcoholic may suffer from this, from the Greek for mad thirst. Player 1.
What is Dramamania? Darn!
Anyone else?
I'm in debt.
Here's the response we were looking for. Dipsomania.
Oh, Dipsomania. Okay, Grammy winners 200.
We return to you, 1978. Just the way you are.
Who is Billy Joel?
Player 1. Good for you.
Grammy winners for 400.
Player 1. 1966. Strangers in the Night.
Who's Frank Sinatra?
Player 1. That's it.
I'll go with Grammy winners for 600.
Player 1. 1992. Tears in Heaven.
Who's Eric Clapton?
It's Player 1. Right.
Grammy winners for 800.
Selecting 2010. Need You Now. It's
Who
Player 1.
is Lady Gaga? No. Lady Antebellum.
That's correct.
Alright, I didn't say Lady Blah Blah.
Please pick again. 1973. Killing Me Softly with His Song.
Who is Roberta Flack?
Okay, Player 1. That's it. Hey, you're on the plus side.
There we go, that's more like it.
Player 1. Pick again.
Our Founding Fathers 200.
Let's take it over to Kelly.
The southwest wall of the Thomas Jefferson Memorial displays an excerpt from this document, of which Jefferson was the primary author.
What is the Declaration of Independence?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct.
Founding Fathers 400.
We return. At age 15, he was a bell ringer at the Old North Church. 25 years later, he told the church sexton to light 2 lanterns.
Who is Paul Revere?
Player 1. Right.
Founding Fathers 600.
Please. He served jointly with William Hunter as Postmaster General of the Colonies from 1753 to 1761.
Who is Benjamin Franklin?
It's Player 1. Right.
Founding Fathers 800.
Select. On April 24th, 1778, this naval hero captured the Drake, the first British ship defeated in war by an American ship.
Who is John Paul Jones?
Player 1. Right.
Founding Fathers for 1,000.
Player 1. Before he was on the $10 bill, this first Treasury Secretary was one of the 39 signers of the Constitution.
Who is Alexander Hamilton?
It's Player 1.
Alright. State Capital
Player
200.
1. The old barracks in this New Jersey capital housed Continental Army troops during the Revolution.
What is Trenton?
Player 1. Yep.
State Capital's 400.
The site for this capital was chosen because of its location between Pensacola and St. Augustine.
What is Tallahassee?
Yes, player one? Right.
State capitals for 600.
We were at an elevation of about 7,000 feet. This city in New Mexico's Sangre de Cristo Mountains is the highest state capital.
What is Santa Fe?
Yes, player one? Good for you.
I'll take state capitals for 800.
When Kansas became a state in 1861, this city became capital.
What is Topeka?
Let's hear it, player one. Right.
State capitals for 1,000.
You get two state capitals with city in their names lie west of the Rocky Mountains. Salt Lake City and this one.
What is Carson City?
Okay, player one. Good.
What planet are you from? 200.
Player one. It has seasonal weather patterns and iron-rich minerals in the soil, giving it a distinct red color.
What is Mars?
Player one. Correct.
400.
Player greater in mass than all the other planets combined. It's surrounded by dozens of moons.
What is Jupiter?
Let's hear it, player one. That's correct.
600.
Player one. It's the smallest and densest of the outer gas giants and has an appropriate name, as it has a watery interior.
What is Mercury?
Player one.
No, what is Neptune?
That's right. Way to go.
800.
Player one. Its mean distance from the sun is only about 36 million miles.
Now what is the time for Mercury?
Player one. Yes.
Last clue.
Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Bands of debris and ice surround it, as do its satellites, including Titan.
What is Saturn?
Yes, player one. That's right.
$9,600 at the end of the Jeopardy round. That's not bad.
Player two is in third place and will select first in the double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Physical science. 19th century literature. Le cinéma. Historic Munich. Panhandling. And libraries. All right, let's get back into this.
Just send them up for 400.
Has 45 years before Disney, Jean Cocteau made a live-action version of this film with Josette Day as Belle.
What is Beauty and the Beast?
It's player one.
Just send them up for 800.
Player one. This 2001 title role was meant for Emily Watson, but she didn't speak French. Audrey Tautou got the part. Yes, player one?
Who is Amelie?
Good for you.
Let's send him up for 1,200. Daily double. Didn't work out last
First of the
time.
2 daily doubles. And
Well, let's try again.
So, what's your wager? All right, here's your clue. This star of Chocolat and The English Patient made her film debut in the 1982 French film Liberty Bell.
Who is Juliette Binoche?
That was
Yeah! The cinema
We return
1600.
to... In 1956, Roger Vadim directed his first film, And God Created Woman, which starred this actress, his then wife. Player one?
Who is Sophia? No, who is Bridget Bardot?
Right.
Let's send him up for 2,000.
Player one. This director, son of a famous Impressionist painter, is perhaps best known for his 1937 film, Grand Illusion. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Jean-Luc Godard? Oh well.
Any other takers? Here's the response we were looking for. Jean Renoir.
Oh well.
You
Historic
get to
Munich
pick
for
again,
400.
player one. On Munich's coat of arms, you'll find one of these religious figures who originally settled the city and gave it its name. Okay, player one.
What is a pope? Oh well.
Any other takers? Here's what we wanted. A monk.
Historic Munich for 800.
Player one. Munich's motto used to be Die Weltstadt mit Herz. The world city with this. Player one.
What is heart?
That's it.
Historic Munich for 1200.
In 1634 and 1635, this deadly contagion devastated Munich, killing more than 1/3 of its residents.
What is the plague?
It's player one.
Bubonic plague.
Right.
Historic Munich for 1600.
The Summer Olympics in Munich in this year were sadly marred by terrorism and tragedy.
What is 1972?
It's player one. Good.
Historic Munich for 2000.
In the 16th century, Munich was a center of the German phase of this movement against Protestantism. It's player one.
What is Counter-Reformation?
Correct.
Yay! Libraries
Player
200.
one. Pick again. This country's national library, the Biblioteca Nacional José Martí, was financed by a tax on sugar.
What is Spain?
It's player one.
Or what is Mexico?
No, that's not right.
Ah,
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on
oh
this?
well, that's okay. I'm doing better than I was. I have $26,000. We first time
Let's hear it,
player
player
3.
three.
Is it Cuba?
Right you are. Player three. You
Libraries
start us off.
800.
The Hector Hodler Library in Rotterdam, which is devoted to this artificial language, has over 15,000 books.
What is Dutch?
It's player one.
Or Mondial?
No.
Darn.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player two.
What is Interlingua?
Nope.
You fail.
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player three.
Is it Esperanto?
Good. Player three, back to you.
Panhandling 400.
In 1508, Dutch author Desiderius Erasmus first used her name with box instead of the traditional vase or jar.
Who is Pandora?
Yes, player one?
Panhandling 800.
A lot of clue. Cure-all. Player one?
What is Pandemic?
Ooh, sorry.
Darn.
That's incorrect. Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. Panacea.
Oh well. Panhandling 1200.
Please. These wide trousers, extending from the waist to the ankles, were popular in late 17th century England. Let's hear it, player one.
What are pantaloons?
That's correct.
Panhandling for 1600.
You get
Daily double.
the second.
I'll do it all again.
And you have the lead. What will it be? Answer. A long, slender cigar.
What is a panatella?
That
Yeah!
further ahead.
Panhandling 2000.
Player one. It's a sentence using all letters of the alphabet, such as watch Jeopardy, Alex Trebek's fun TV quiz game. Okay, player one.
What is a pangram?
That's correct.
Libraries for 1600.
Select again.
For 1200.
When his presidential library was dedicated in 1991, 4 former presidents were in attendance.
Who's Jimmy
It's
Carter?
Player one.
No, who is Gerald Ford?
Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we were looking for. Ronald Reagan.
Oh, Ronald Reagan, that's right. 1600.
Player 1. This Shakespeare library, named for this Standard Oil man, is run by Amherst College. Player 1.
Who is... Who is... John D. Rockefeller?
No, that's not right.
Oh.
Any other takers? Here's the response we were looking for. Henry Folger.
Alright.
You get to pick the Radcliffe Camera, Britain's first round library, is the main reading room of this bigger library at Oxford. Player 1?
What is the Rollison Library?
Sorry, that's...
Darn.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. The Bodleian Library.
19th century literature,
Player 1.
200.
Choose it. You'll find whaleboats not only in his masterpiece, but also in his story Benito Sereno and his novel Mardi.
Who is Herman Melville?
Okay, player 1. That's it.
That's literature for 800.
Please. In Uncle Tom's Cabin, St. Clair, Tom's master, is killed. Tom is then sold to this brutal, drunken planter. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Robert Lovelace?
Nope.
Darn.
Anyone else? Here's the response we were looking for. Simon Legree.
Alright, 19th century literature, 1200.
Select in Pedro Antonio de Alarcon's The Three-Cornered This. A miller thinks his wife is having an affair with the mayor. It's player 1.
What is table? Darn.
Any other takers?
Getting these clues wrong.
Here's the correct response. Hat.
19th century literature, 1600.
Please. The last name of the title character of this Thomas Hardy novel is actually Derbyfield. It's player 1.
What is Jude the Obscure?
Sorry, that's wrong.
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
Alright, 19th century literature, 2000.
Select. For 14 years, the Abbé Faria was his fellow prisoner in the Chateau d'If. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Edmond Dante?
Yep,
There we go, finally. Physical science, 400.
player 1. Pick all 5 elements of the salt-producing halogen group end in these 3 letters. One element purifies drinking water.
What is IUM?
Let's hear it, player 1. Sorry,
What?
that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. I-N-E.
800.
Player 1. It's the lightest known stable subatomic particle. Player 1.
What is a neutron?
Sorry.
Dang it.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player 2.
Electron?
Good, you're out of the hole. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 2. Make us a... Hygroscopic substances have a tendency to absorb this from the atmosphere. Yes, player 1?
What is moisture?
Right.
1600.
A body at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by a force according to Newton's law of this property.
What is...
Let's hear it, player 1.
Inertia.
Yep.
Last clue.
And the $2,000 clue? Here's Sarah to start us off.
Nuclear fusion in the sun's core produces energy that eventually flows to the photosphere, first by radiation and then by heat currents, using this process also used in a type of oven.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Convection.
That's correct.
There we go. Player 2 won't be around.
Sorry, yours player 2. Score is not on the positive side, so you will not be joining us for Final Jeopardy. Now, Final Jeopardy coming right up right now with this category. Before they were senators.
Don't feel all that confident with this category since we go 1600.
Let's take a look at that Final Jeopardy clue right now. Later a U.S. senator, in 1962, he made a famous 75,000-mile trip.
I'm going to say it was John Glenn.
Did you come up with the correct response?
Who's John Glenn?
And this correct response will add
$100, so you go to 1300.
What did you say?
I also said it was John Glenn.
With that correct response,
1600, so I go to $53,200.
you
Not
come
bad.
out as our champion, player 1. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.
And that's it for the Jeopardy segments. We'll be back for the final segments in a bit.